وزي كفن تبع الموجة.
David, welcome between us in Tunisia and on Mosaic FM radio. How did you find the Tunisian public?
I've really enjoyed it so far. Everybody's been so positive and welcoming and enthusiastic here. I've really enjoyed the passion of all the attendees here.
What was your expectation about the comic community here?
My expectations, I didn't have any hard expectations. I imagined the people who come to conventions normally for comic book conventions are usually enthusiastic about the art form. But I was just very curious to come here and see what it was like here, and everybody's been wonderful. Oh yeah, I do. I want to spend a couple of days traveling Tunisia to draw a lot of the art here and the sculptures and statues and people. So I am looking forward to having some time outside of the convention where I can spend some time drawing the landscapes and the sea and the trees and everything here and the people.
So David, nowadays, is it possible you make a positive influence on younger generation with these comics?
So yeah, the question was, is it possible to make a positive effect on a younger generation through comics?
Through comics.
What's that?
Through comics.
Through comics. Yeah, I think it's very possible, and I think it's very important to do it. You know, when I was young, reading comics for the first time, I know they had a great impact upon me. Just the way it was an accessible language for me to assimilate as a child when I didn't have all of the sophisticated necessities to assimilate the more nuanced things in the rest of the world. I could appreciate them through comic books, and I could sort of use some of the points that the heroes would make in the story resonated with me very much. And in a way, I think I possibly used some of the characters in comics as kind of role models to a way, and how those characters would sort of have their own point of view or looking at themselves or their own self-sense of how they fit in the world. It made me want to strive for having a meaningful kind of integrity like that myself when I was younger. And so I do feel like that the medium of comics is a really important medium that you can kind of encrypt a lot of information to. You know, first there's the story, you read what's happening, but the more you read it, you can encrypt nuances into the story that make people think, that make people stop and think about it and make them feel. And also, I think it's important that so many of the wonderful, talented Tunisian artists and creators that I met here, I think it's important for them to express their own personal voices. And comics are a medium that one single person can express a unique voice and a unique story through comics. You know, sometimes with television or radio, you need a license to do it. If you want to make a film, you need a big budget. But with comic books, it's kind of like one of the last pirate mediums. One person can have a unique story and tell their own personal experience and have a possibility to reach a vast amount of people, whether it's through making it a comic book at the copy store and stapling it together and distributing it at a convention, or making a web comic and reaching people on the internet. I think it's a very viable means of so many talented people here to express their own voice, and not just about superheroes and things like that, but you can tell very autobiographical comic books. You can tell stories that you have like from your family and from your history and from your culture or your own personal experience, and you can express all of that through the comic book in a way that other people can be receptive to it and be empathetic to that person's experience.
Can you speak about your program in Tunisia, and there is a possibility to work or to collaborate with Tunisian artists?
So he asked about the possibility to collaborate with Tunisian artists. So I walked through the artist alley here, and some of the artists were so kind to me to show me their work and to walk me through. And so another artist came here to my table to show me their work. And so there are two people in particular that their work was exceptional. I told them both that they're completely professional quality level, that I felt like they would easily be able to get, you know, a job at any major publisher and to express their work. And I think one of them was a woman who I think was very shy. And so I tried to express to her that her work was so who was already so skilled and so sophisticated, it's probably important for her to overcome her shyness and to show her work, get it out there on her social media, send it to publishers. And there were two artists in particular whose work I looked at a long time that I would be happy to like write a story and have them do the artwork for because they were so skilled and professional at it.